Welcome everyone back to Pommy and Oz. Hope we're all doing really well. If you're new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. It helps the channel out. So thank you very much for all that support you have shown recently. I can't thank you enough. Peace, love and light to you. And today we're going to do something a bit different. I've got a few things to get off my chest. And I think the boys need to hear it. And hopefully it will inspire you. But we are going through a tough route at the moment. We're going through a tough route. And at the moment, before you watch the preview, which will be up for members today, tomorrow morning for the rest of you, we've got a real identity crisis at the football club at the minute. And all the data you'll see tomorrow will really drum home that at the moment we are lost between a rock and a hard place. And what has become stronger together already, I know it's retro round and whatever, but we're already comparing Sard to Ange, Kerno to Kuta, looking in the past, and really, for me, being that methodical way. We're going back to escaping what we are, caught between a rock and a hard place. And for me, when you go out and you do anything in life, you've got to ask yourself, what is the motivation? What is the motivation for who you are? Why do you get up in the morning? Why are you doing that? And a great NFL coach once used to say, I don't believe in living in the past. Living in the past is for cowards. If you live in the past, you die there in the past, not the now. And for me, everything's a distraction. You've had the Russell sacking today. Well, Russell's retirement. You've had, vote Lidge to be in the best 22. You had the distraction post-game against Collingwood, which was really disappointing. And I understand that. You've got to protect the players. The players don't need the animosity. But for me, the players need empowering. And that's what this video is about. It's not about complaining. I'm sick and tired of trying to look for excuses for the boys when simply everything in life is a results-based business. Whether you want it to be or not, you are judged on the outcome, not the input. So always the outcome is the leader of what has been before. And you know what? When the boys go out there against Hawthorn, don't do this for Hogg. Don't do this for Silvani. Don't do this for fucking 16 Flags. Fuck it. Who cares? This is about the chair that's empty on your right from the fans who are watching it. I got told a great story by a great friend of mine who's truly inspirational the other day that really touched a memory for me about me and watching Man United. And that is, he was sat there watching the game. McGovern missed that shot and he turns to his right and he realises that his old man's not going to be there forever. And his old man keeps telling him that he just wants to die seeing his son see a flag. And he looked to his left and his daughters had run away because they didn't want to watch it anymore. And it got me thinking, the motivation to play is so much greater than 16 Flags. That history is irrelevant unless it tickles you. What is relevant is every person in that ground, every person watching, every person making fan content is somehow trying to keep the memory of something they hold dear through something so trivial as a football club. Everyone who goes there, fathers and daughters, mothers and sons, they are there because probably their fathers and mothers took them to the football and they're no longer here. And the reason they are going to there is through this inane ability that even though my dad's dead, I am at the ground and he used to take me. And now I'm passing that on to my son and daughter. The same way that I watch Man United with my kids is because my pop used to sit me on his lap and watch these players, and then his pop did it before him. And it's like that culture that even though they're not there, when I get up at 3 a.m. and watch Man United lose 4-0 to Brentford, somehow my pop is still there. Still there. It's something that this Stronger Together has been ignored over the last couple of weeks. And it's been pushed and fabricated in such a way that it's been twisted with lies and deceit and through distraction of not being able to own what you are. And the Stronger Together to me isn't winning flags. It's so much more than that. It's the connection that every time our boys go out there and play, it's for that empty fucking chair to our right one day will be okay. Because they'll forever live on. So when they lose to Collingwood, somehow that makes us connected to those who aren't there anymore. And it's not 100,000 people that are behind them. It's fucking 10 million people of the future yet to come, the people of the past, and the people of the now. And that's powerful stuff, because you know what? Some of us don't have more than a handful of people that believe, that want us to succeed. And you know what? My anger and stuff, and I've heard it before, I've heard it said from those inside the club, it affects us. How does anger for you losing to Collingwood, because I know you can do so much better, affect you? That's the most powerful thing in the world. That's the disappointment a father has in a son or a daughter. A disappointment a mother has in a son or a daughter, because they believe in so much better. They see you for what you really are. A wonderful, charismatic human being that can achieve anything they want if they just have the passion that they have for you. That's incredibly powerful, man. I wish I had the energy of 100,000 people in one place believing I can win. Wanting me to win. It's not just the belief, it's the want. Sometimes it's a need. And it's time that we started to own what we are. You've only got to watch the 1970s documentary. You've got players saying that they lied about being abused on the field so they could trick the powers that be into them playing. This football club is a team that wins at all costs. And you know what's even more? The famous words of Styx Kernahan, if we want to live in the past, work out and fuck the rest. In an element there is truth. We are who we are, and we own what we are, and we make no excuses for what we are. We are the truth is we are a horrible, miserable, win at any cost mentality, and we stick our chests out, and we are who we are. And we own it, and we find some content and some peace in knowing we are what we are, because together it doesn't matter what the outside thinks of us. Stronger together. And that is my message to you, gentlemen, this weekend. Go out there and be what you are. You're not a good kick of a football? I don't care. Because you're in that team because you put your head over the ball and you fight for it and you take no backward step. You win that ball and you handball it to someone who's a bit quicker than you. You make the space for that Sam Walsh so he can dance. Without dancing in traffic, he spends his energy trying to distribute the ball inside 50. Charlie Curnow, a man that is gifted with height, power, athleticism that we haven't seen very often. Who are you scared of? You are you. You are a beautiful creature who is a little bit quirky and not the Adonis that we think. He's not arrogant and he's not superior to anyone. He's got his own frailties and his own inner turmoil, but he's a beautiful being that does things his own way. Fuck the rest. I don't care what Jesse Hogan does. I don't care what Jack Darling did. I don't care what Styx Kernahan did. You are Charlie Curnow. You are Adam Sard. You are Patrick Cripps. You are Lockie Fogarty. You're not Hogg, the role player. You are Fogarty, the mean son of a bitch that anyone who dares move inside that forward 50 is put on his back and not allowed that easy kick. Because that's who you are. You are the best Lockety Fogarty that has ever Lockety Fogarted. And that's it, boys. We're going to get out of this mess the way we got in it. Through ourselves. Through our own insecurities and our own fears. And the fear that they're feeling now is the hardest fear we ever face as people. The fear of doing something that surpasses our own expectations of ourselves. And the way you do that is you look in the mirror and you see the person who says back at you, and you understand that that person is you. Is you. The only person you can trust truly, when you strip it all away, is yourself. It's not your teammates. It's not your coaches. It's not the fans. It's not mummy or daddy. It's the ability to need your own love and need your own embrace. And you yourselves can do this. Without my fandom, without anyone else's fandom, you can do it. And if you need some motivation, find yourself while you play football. Probably a story of father, mother, passing down a love of connection and togetherness. down you through generation who now no longer get to see this wonderful journey you're on. Because it's your journey, but it's also a journey that is filled with hope and distraction for other people. For that empty chair to your right and that empty chair to your left, you are doing it for them. You are allowing their name to live on and their passion to be fueled through your ability. So this isn't about the 16 flags. Fuck, this isn't about the 17th flag. This is about your footnote in history going out there and owning what's in here, your heart. And ultimately you will never be judged if it's your heart that is on the line, succeed or fail. But you want to die on the sword, on that battlefield, knowing you were who you were. And you weren't the interpretation everyone else has of you. If you're Fogarty, we don't want you to be Hog. I don't. And if anyone else does, they're a fucking idiot. Lockie Fogarty, listen to me. I want you to be Lockie Fogarty. I want you to be Fogarty. And then you know what? When you retire and Dave Bloggs is the new pressure forward, I ain't mentioning your name. I'm mentioning his name. He's going to be Dave Bloggs. The hardest David Bloggs to ever Dave Bloggs. Own that identity. Carlton Football Club is about 18 individuals, regardless of their name, owning who they are and ultimately winning glory. So go out there this weekend, boys, against Hawthorn. Backs against the wall. Everyone doubting you. And play with no doubt in yourself. Don't let yourselves down. Be who you are. Ignore everything and be the footballer and the man that you are. Go Blues.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad.